How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is DreZ and Huck.
I'm unarmed. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. We are continuing some Oktoberfest drinking, as it is. I guess in a perfect world, it would be Oktoberfest full swing. You said October or September 17th is when it officially usually
14
starts.
to 18 days. So we'd be well in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame. Well, we'll celebrate in spirit. I have Ok2berfest from Two Roads. That's why I guess they threw the little 2 in there for fun. It is indeed a Marzen style lager coming in at 5.8%. I got to commend them on the can. I'll show it on the video if you're watching on the Facebook Live and or on the YouTube. We are at 105.3 The Bear on there. He's got like the didgeridoo. He's got the leader hosen and all that sort of jazz.
Flugelhorn.
Is that? Yeah, that's not a didgeridoo. What am I?
Flugelhorn.
That's the one. What was that? The Regola.
I'm just guessing.
That's what it looks like.
I think it's what it's called. So I also, having the flying dog, is a Dogtoberfest.
Oh,
this is a cheat.
This is the clever round.
Clever name round. And this one is at 5.6% alcohol and enjoyed by 1:18:22. We're well within the boundaries of enjoy. So I went back. We were discussing Oktoberfest cancellations. So here's how many times it's ever been canceled.
Twice.
No.
At this point, oh, no. I guess back with the World War
1813.
Okay.
It started 1811 for King Leonard's daughter's wedding. So in 1813, Napoleon messed it up, and they're having battles, so they canceled it. In 1854, the cholera epidemic. In 1866 and 73.
Cholera? Really? They're letting cholera?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the case.
Wait. No, we're not done. Well, I've got comments on this. 1866 and 73, we had another war and cholera again. 1923, the financial crisis. But wait, what happened during 1819 when we had the Spanish flu? Oh, they didn't cancel it. Anyway, guess we're not as strong as we were back then.
Wait a minute, where are we up to now?
1923.
So they didn't cancel it for World War I?
No, and they didn't cancel it for the Spanish flu. Okay, so 1946 to 48, World War II.
Oh, yeah.
They did cancel for that. So they were bombing the heck out of Munich at that point.
Yeah, I think stuff was going down.
I'll give them that one.
Yeah,
and then
you'll give them that one.
2020.
So
2021.
So it had been, I guess, what, 80 years or give or take since they had to cancel it.
Yeah. Since they had to
2020, well, and last year too. So 2 years, 2020 and 2021.
Right. Yeah, 2 years.
Wow. And also, speaking of looking stuff up during the break, I did look up the Dubai thing is a go.
It's a go.
They're doing it. So,
okay, everybody wants to buy us tickets.
So it's funny.
We will do a show from there, but you got to get us over there.
Yeah, you got to get us the whole
way,
all expenses paid. Yeah. If anybody's feeling really, if somebody won that big lot, the big Powerball, if they're a listener, then you guys can definitely send us on an all expenses paid trip, and we will give you lots of props and shout outs.
Yeah, we'll love you a lot. So anyway, it started in 1810, 1811, and they had it was held in the fields in front of the city called Teresa, which is Teresa's Meadow.
This is the first, and you said it was like somebody celebrating his daughter, so it was a wedding thing.
Yeah, King Ludwig.
How many does it have the attendance? How many people were at the first?
I don't think it was 6 million.
Not quite.
I'm gonna say.
That was probably like about the world's population.
And sometime around there, they had a race. 40,000. There's 40,000 people watched the race. That's a pretty good number back then.
For what race?
They had a horse race.
Oh, well, what else would they be racing back then?
On the 18th of October, they weren't racing, Jaguars or whatever they make in. What do they make Germany? Audis. They weren't racing Audis. So there you go. The Major and the National Guard had the idea. So anyway, that's what's going on. And there was a punishing race. Yeah, it was terrible. So there you go.
But
we learned something today.
Yeah, and you were talking about some local Oktoberfest. Did you look up any of those to see? I mean, are you planning on attending any sort of Oktoberfest events?
I'm planning on attending the one at Mountain Lake, since I now live in that
shadow
of the Mountain Lake. One of my best Jeep riding trails is now there. Let's see.
I mean, is that something that they have regularly? Have you heard about it?
Oh yeah, they do it every year.
Have you been there?
Yeah, not to that. The band that plays there is an Oompa band, and they used to play at Tech in the gardens. They have like a garden thing. You know where the little circle is near the stadium, little traffic circle. It's right near there. It's like the horticulture section.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like I always just called it like a botanical garden.
Yeah,
I don't know what
right.
they actually call it.
I think you're right. That's what it is. But anyway, they had it there, but the same band, one of the guys that passed away, a friend of my wife's, he used to be on the radio up in PBS doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Williams.
Yeah.
Anyway, his wife still runs the Oompa band.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm looking at their stuff. But anyway, they've got that going on if I can find it.
All right. In the meantime, I don't know. I'll just sit here.
No,
I got nothing. I got nothing about Oompa bands, except that they're pretty sweet. I mean, I have been to an Oktoberfest event or two, and yeah, I mean, an Oompa band that really sets it off.
Well, you need to have that. You know, you got to have the tuba and all the different things.
Do you have any plan? I know you're retired. You're recently retired, right, Huck?
Yeah,
Do you have any plans to actually go to proper Oktoberfest in Munich? Have you ever wanted to do that or thought about doing that?
I'm going to say no, not really. It's a ticket. It's like just to go to the Oktoberfest is like $1,100.
Really?
Yeah. The ticket. Now there's like 22 tents, but you got to have reservations. I've heard of people go, but I'm not a huge fan of giant crowds. Even less so since the pandemic, but I'm not really worried about that. But I'm just not a fan of waiting in line.
You pretty much just go in there, you sit down at a table, and then you just have these girls wearing what do they call it?
Yeah, but the thing is,
and then they bring big old steins of beer.
You can't just sit at a table. You have to have a reservation for a seat at the table. Now, that being said,
there's ways.
Right. Now, that being said, everybody I know that's gone, they roll in there and they don't have a ticket and they look sad and somebody will call them,
it seems like there's a will, there's a way. And I have faith in the Huckability of you to make it happen.
With that. I cannot find what they're doing.
It's fine, whatever. We don't.
But I did go when they were doing the Dirty Dancing movie.
Yeah.
Or show.
You went when they were filming the movie back in.
They just did a reality show, and so I was
reality show, Dirty Dancing reality show.
Yeah, and they were filming up there. This is last month.
So when's it airing?
I don't know.
On what?
I don't know. Look it up. But I don't
want to look it up. No, I don't like reality shows.
So I'm at my house. It's just 0.4 miles from the boat put in. I walk down there every day and take a picture. Just keep an eye on the river. And they said, on Friday, we're going to be filming Dirty Dancing here. And I went, okay. So I went down there Friday morning before I went to the post office. And they were like burying these metal tables in the river. They had divers and boats. So I came back around 4 o'clock and I stayed there from 4 to about 8. And they had first of all, they had these people go out there and they're doing the thing where he holds her up in the air in the water, but it's all out in the middle of the river. It's supposed to be the lake. So then I'm like, well, that's kind of lame. And they go, no, they're just the test subjects. They're just people. They get paid to wear a bathing suit and go out there and do, to set the cameras up. And they set all these cameras up. And then they had a thunderstorm. They took everything down. They put everything back up. Finally, all these vans and all the actors show up and all their puff people and the makeup. And it was really interesting. I sat there for 4 hours. And that first couple go out there and they couldn't find the platform. They walk out and then they're kind of swimming. They're like going downstream. And the guy earlier said he was the rescue boat. Well, they had to call the rescue boat in and could find the platform. But the stars, the guy and the girl that were the stars of this thing, they roll right out there. They went right out the thing. They made it in 2 takes. They were done. The other guys had to lift her up like 10 times. I thought he was going to die.
So was it a reality show or was it just a show? You're talking about actors and stars,
Yeah, well, it's a kind of ongoing reality show, and there's somebody that's supposedly.
You're just watching it. You have no idea.
I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea. And then they went to Parisburg, and they took over the community center on Saturday. This was on Friday. And they filmed there, and they had people come in. No, wait.
What kind of show is filming in Parisburg?
I don't know.
This is never going to see anything.
You don't understand. This is movies. They came in there, the Parisburg Community Center, and you know how much air conditioning it has?
Zero.
Well, they brought in a tractor trailer truck with 4 huge air conditioners and ran 6-foot tubes into the windows.
So this is the big
right.
time.
I'm like, these people are really doing some
All
stuff.
right. Well, when you see the Dirty Dancing reality show, how dirty do you want to go? And Huck's in the background just watching the people trying to dance.
I'm in the lawn chair. I'll be to the right. But they did a whole, like, while the one group was out there lifting, the other group was interviewing. Well, I think he lifted her pretty well, but I'm not sure if he held it long enough.
Like it was
her shirt got quite wet enough
dance contest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like,
oh my god,
there's like 4 couples. I don't know.
If you like trash TV, look out for Getting Dirty.
Who doesn't like trash TV?
I'm raising my hand right now.
Come on, you don't watch Storage Wars?
No.
Oh yeah.
A, that's not trash. B,
it is.
I watched.
It is definitely, by definition, what's in those storage films is trash.
Okay, you're right. It's. I watched a few. It's entertaining, but it's so fake. And when you hear it's fake, then you're just like, okay, well, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I don't know. I one time found a bag of potatoes that hadn't rotten yet. No, I haven't. I love Storage Wars, but yeah, I don't know if it's all fake, but some of it is.
Can you actually do that? Like,
oh yeah,
there's storage units everywhere. When do they do their auctions?
Well, they put it in this thing, and a lot of people aren't familiar with this. You may have to look this up. Yeah, the newspaper. They put an ad in the newspaper.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Bring me an ad from the newspaper of the next Storage Wars.
I won't do that, but I will show you one on the internet.
Okay. You're going to show me on the internet.
No, I watch the newspaper. Really, I look at the newspaper on the internet. I haven't touched a live newspaper in 10 years.
Goodness.
Do you get a newspaper?
No.
Yeah, right. I look at it on the internet.
I get emailed my news.
Right. Oh yeah. There you go. That's good news. We lied. Is that the welied.com?
No, I do Morning Brew. We talked about it before. The morning brew. I don't know. Apparently we did. I didn't realize we did, but we must have brought it up because
somebody commented on it.
Well, no. Well, my brother, he listens to the show on podcast.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
And so then he was just like, "Oh, I heard you talking about Morning Brew on the on Brewsday Tuesday." He was like, "There's this offshoot of Morning Brew that's like about financing." So it's like, I think it's only once a week rather than every day, but they give you like financial tips and stuff and whatnot. So he turned me on to that. It's called Money Brew, or I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but I signed up for it. It's pretty good. I was reading it.
I get one. I was looking because
it makes me feel smart.
I get one.
It makes me be like, oh, I need to know what to do with this.
I get a news aggregator that's pretty clean, not too political. I'm looking at the 1440 Daily Digest. Basically hits the high points without a bunch of BS, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it sounds like that's Morning Brew. Yeah, that's good.
But I'll look up the Morning Brew.
I'll send you a thing. I know.
Yeah, maybe you get credit.
No, well, they'll do like this thing, like, hey, refer 6 people, and you're in the running to win a book bag or whatever,
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that.
Okay. I don't really care about the stuff, but yeah, I'll send you a thing because it is good. It really is good. Kirsty turned me on to it. Shout out to BB.
Yeah, BB.
BB should be here soon.
Oh, mercy.
Maybe we could drink that scotch that we were talking about.
Yeah, we keep talking about the scotch. It's like
I've been holding on to that scotch.
We got drunk and forgot about the scotch. Yeah, so I've been taking the RV class online and how to fix RVs. I'm an RV tech.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be the inspector guy.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
Excuse me. But the funny part was, like, things are changing so fast.
I'm still waiting to get mine back.
I was wondering about that. But the guy says, you should look at this guy's daily report, right? And I'm already feeling like this whole thing is the guy talks a whole lot about who he knows, but not a whole lot about how to fix the stuff that needs to be fixed. I mean, he'll touch on it, but he'll tell a whole long story about how the refrigerator caught on fire before he tells you how to not have it catch on fire. So I go to this guy's page. The guy's been dead since 2019. What? He told me to go look at this guy's daily page. The guy, he died. You need to update your material. He's not giving you
pointers.
Right. It's 2021. I just bought this. And it's like, you're 2 years this guy's been dead.
Oh, man.
So anyways, apparently it's a racket. I'm just so glad because I think we talked about I was going to drive down to Texas and take this class live. But I'm telling you, by day 3.5, I'd have been choking him on his podium. It's like, shut up and just tell us something good.
Well, it's funny. Like, I mean, we went and got our RV inspected, and it did give us peace of mind. And I think we just got a good rig because overall, it was pretty solid. I mean, his report basically was just like the big red flags were, you got to get a new smoke detector and this and that. And for the most part, everything seemed fine. And it really was. but he definitely missed the big thing was the gray tank issue. But to his credit, I mean, the only way to test for that, and I've thought about hitting up to let him know, like, hey, this was an issue. The only way he would have known that is if he sat there and filled up the entire gray tank to see if it was going to leak, which, why would you go through the bother of that, I guess, other than to make sure. But I don't know. I haven't done that. Either way, it's supposedly fixed now.
They kind of nailed this guy down at the class, and the students asked questions about what's the best RV, and what he said. Took him a while to say it. Winnebago. And that's we both have.
Yeah.
And they said the Amish make about half of those. They do a lot of the stuff in them. So I mean, yeah, I'm going to recommend it. I'll just go stick my neck out. If you're going to buy an RV, go get a Winnebago.
Yeah, I mean, it's the
and mine's 10 years older than yours, and I'm having the same amount of problems you have. It's just almost zero.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Winnebago. I mean, there's a reason why that's when you think of if you
they call RVs Winnebago.
Yeah, if you had to ask somebody, what do you call this? Like, think of a name brand for an RV. That's the first one that pops to mind, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, so we need to be able to take our RVs to Oktoberfest. Yeah, I've brought that around.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. All right, getting back to Oktoberfest. Well done, Huck, with the segue there. Because once again, we've been chatting so much, I'm already out of beer, so I'm gonna have to steal another sip to confirm what I'm thinking about the Two Roads Oktoberfest. Their Marzen style beer, man, 5.8%. This is delicious. Oh, we didn't even get into what makes it a Marzen. Like I said, you can't venture too far off the recipe, right? So
right.
That's why they all pretty much taste very similar.
Well,
some will be slightly better, but
water, hops, barley, yeast,
and that's all you can do.
That's in Germany. If you were making beer, the purity law, I think, is in the 1800s. You could only use those four things.
No more, no less.
No more, no less.
So that's why all Oktoberfest pretty much taste the same.
Yeah, because they can only use those four ingredients.
Hence the ABVs all being right around
5.5.
You're not going to find a 10% Oktoberfest beer.
No, I mean you could. I mean, just add more barley, but I mean, that's
all right.
Barley's
on the
sugar.
Next Brewsday Tuesday. Find it, Huck. But no, this one.
I'm pretty sure I've had a 10% Marzen.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
All right. Well, I will say this one I do like slightly better than the Brooklyn one. It is quite good. The left hand was delicious as well. I'm interested to hear what you think of yours, but this one I'd say from Two Roads is a solid 4, probably 4.5. I'll give it a 4.5.
The Dogtoberfest is a little off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I love Flying Dog. I mean, and then by a little off, I mean, it didn't suck. But after that crisp, left hand.
The left hand might have been the winner.
Yeah,
of this
that
round.
definitely was. This is going to be a 4.25.
Okay.
And I'm not sure it's fresh. I looked at the date, but just a little different. They got a little different style.
That is the one that's in the bottle, which could have, potentially been affected by light. And,
you don't know. It is brown bottle, but yeah, it's just not anywhere near as good as that other one.
Okay. Well,
but I think we'll get a chance next week to try again.
We very well could. Huck, as always, I appreciate you bringing in the beer. A little Oktoberfest fun. If you are celebrating Oktoberfest, just remember, please do it responsibly.
No doubt. Safety third.
And only
that's Huck's rules.
And drink while listening to an OPA band.
Yeah, and have some water.
Water. Yeah, water's a good idea too.
Hydrate.
That's a wrap on Brewsday Tuesday. We'll do it again next week. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break and we'll get back with the tunes right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.